Okay, so today we have the fall and wings. So I did, I think, just one reaction to the fall, which was Totally Wired, and that was a while ago. Now I remember I enjoyed the band and the work, of course, of Mark E. Smith, who his work is just pretty eclectic from what I've heard. Anyway, today we have Wings finally coming back to them. I'm gonna watch this video. Might get blocked. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, let's get into it. Talk about it after, and let's go. I'm watching this video either way. It has been a minute. Great bass line.
But just a pair of flabby wings. I took to doing some hovering. There is a list of incorrect things. Harvard mid-air outsider study. An academic needed his chin. Sent in the dust of some cheap magazines. His academic rust could not burn them up. I recruited some gremlins to get me clear of the airline routes. I paid them off with stuffing from my wings. They had some fun with those cheapo airline snobs. The stuffing loss made me hit a time lock. I ended up in the 1860s. I've been there for 125 years. A small alteration of the past can turn time into space. Ended up under Ardwick Bridge with some veterans from the U.S. Civil War. They were under Irish patronage. We shot dead a stupid sergeant, but I got hit in the crossfire. The lucky hit made me hit a time lock. When I got back, the place I made the purchase no longer exists. I'd erased it under the bridge. So now I sleep in dead chairs and hide away from nosy kids. The wings rot and feather under me. The wings rot and curl right under me. A small alteration of the past can climb into space. Small touches can alter more than a mere decade.
violet span of welded flesh. Now, through a time warp, again through a time warp. Now, totally wired, my favorite.
Oh, goodness. What a video. All right. So, anyway, the fall and wings there. So I will say at the top, obviously, the sound is, I guess, not as clear, whatever, maybe as in another version of the track or whatever, another video of the track. But anyway, just I saw this had the most views and somebody suggested this video and I had it saved to my saved to watch later playlist forever now. But anyway, there it is. And I feel like that the kind of production you hear on this track, you know, again, with it not being as clear, whatever, it really kind of fits with the track. Really it kind of fits with with who Mark E. Smith is as well. I thought I saw something flying around. Anyway, had to take a pause. I thought it was a wasp. But anyway, Mark E. Smith, like I was saying, I just love how he can't, it just seems like he can't be bothered, you know, with this video. And just the rawness, I guess, of the video, how raw the video is, how honest the video is as well. You just got him sitting there against the wall, and I believe a woman beside him, whatever. And I do believe her name is Bricks, I see in the comments here anyway, because somebody talked about how I like how Bricks laughed at one point, and you know she did, and then and how how Mark stopped miming the song, stopped mimicking whatever the hell, lip syncing the song, and again, I just love how honest that is. It's just such a quirky video, I guess you would say, as well, in that way. And just how the video started as well, it was kind of an unpredictable thing, and then all of a sudden, like I said, you finally pan to him against the wall, and he's just, you know, kind of singing away. But anyway, and again, his face, and he's just, and again, how he was taking a drag off a cigarette, whatever, having a drink as well. And again, it just seems like him having to do the lines or whatever, sing the lines for this video is just, you know, it's such a hassle for him, and I just love his style in that way, and just how he seems to be bothered about it. But anyway, and again, his voice, and you could probably see it in my face, but the way he would finish his his words, and just how he would elongate words, whatever, almost reminds me of, like, again, as an Oasis fan, it reminds me of something Liam Gallagher would do, and honestly as well with the song here, I might also say just his cadence in a way as well kind of reminds me of John Lydon with his work in Pill, Public Image Limited. There's just that kind of, I don't know, kind of far away sense to his vocals in a way, which kind of reminds me of John in that way. Anyway, that's what comes to my mind too. And then of course, just the repetitive guitar line, great bass line as well. I think I said off the top, that was a great bass line to come into the whole track. Pounding drums, and again, repetitive in a way, but I feel like the whole point here is to listen to Mark E. Smith, MES here, listen to the kind of fantasy, you know, he's telling this kind of story he's telling, talking about wings, and again, it's kind of a humorous story, I guess you would say as well, and a story with a lot of meaning at the end of the day too. And you know, the final line there, which we'll get to the lyrics soon, but the final line being in there, you know, one small thing can change your whole world, really. But anyway, yeah, again, just like I was saying, just such great pounding drums. Almost reminded me of something like the simplicity of a song like Pretty Woman by Roy Orbison. Just, I don't know, the drums in that way, the pounding drums just remind me of that song. Again, I always talk about, I guess, what a song reminds me of, but which might be annoying. But, you know, that's just what came to my big fat head. But no one sounds like Mark E. Smith on vocals here, I gotta say. Just, again, his wit, his snarl, again, the way he just finishes off his words, and it just sounds like he's got so much pin-up frustration about something. I don't know. It's just, I really enjoy his voice here. And again, it's been so long since I've come to a fall song. So I'm glad I finally got here again. So anyway, I think I said everything I wanted to say at the top. Great drums, great bass, great guitar, great vocals. Everything's great. Anyway, day by day, the moon gains on me. Day by day, the moon gains on me. And again, you know, the way I'm saying it right now is a lot different from the way he was singing it, of course. Anyway, purchased a pair of flabby wings. Hold on. And again, I don't know if I'm going to get everything right about the song. You know, I like to go into a song here and read the lyrics, you know, kind of analyze things. But anyway, purchased a pair of flabby wings. And again, that's just kind of a humorous, you know, look, I guess. Flabby wings, you know, you might want to think that he's going to get some good wings, or I don't know, not flabby wings. But anyway, just the way he says it's just fun. I took to doing some hovering. Here's a list of incorrect things. So hovering, I feel like you say, you know, he started flying, whatever. And then also you can hover in midair, whatever. Hovered midair, outside a study. An academic needed his chin, sent in the dust of some cheap magazines. His academic rust could not burn them up. And the the lyricism here is obviously just on point. I mean, going back to these old places he talks about later, he wound up in the 1860s, and just, I guess, talked about, he's got these flabby wings, and he's going to all these places, and creating such a narrative here in such a humor, in such a humorous way as well. And again, it's just like, I don't know how you think of these lyrics like this, how you would write a song like this, talking about back in these times. He goes on, recruited some gremlins to get me clear of the airline routes. I pay them off with stuffing from my wings. And again, it's just like he's kind of taking the piss a little bit, I feel like, with these lyrics, but again, it's very fun. I paid them off with stuffing from my wings. They had some fun with those cheapo airline snobs. And again, he is going at some people here. Obviously, he goes at some other people later on too. But again, those cheapo airline snobs. Again, he's honest as hell. Brutally honest. I mean, that's one thing I remember with Mark E. Smith here. And again, of course, he's passed away now. But, and I feel like, even in the comments here, I see a lot of people talk about how Mark E. Smith doesn't get talked about enough for, the genius that he was. But anyway, we go on more here. The stuffing loss made me hit time lock. I ended up in the 1860s. I've been there for 125 years. A small alteration of the past can turn time into space. So again, talking about, I just get these whole images in my head of him, going around in space, him being in the 1860s, whatever, been there for 125 years. and again, talking about how his wings just keep kind of deteriorating, and the wings are getting worse. And as at the end of the song here as well, that's what he kind of says too. Ended up under Ardwick Bridge with some veterans from the U.S. Civil War. They were under Irish patronage. We shot dead a stupid sergeant. Again, he doesn't hold back. Whatever he thinks about it, whether it's a real person or not, or somebody, just in the song. But I got hit in the crossfire. The lucky hit made me hit a time lock. So again, lots of talk about time lock. Lots of talk about, time manipulation as well. But when I got back, the place I made the purchase no longer exists. I'd erased it under the bridge. Again, I don't really know everything that's going on here. I don't, I comprehend the lyricism, the wit, the personality of Marky Smith here. But again, I kind of get a little bit of something here. But of course, when I got back, the place I made the purchase no longer exists. The place I made the purchase for these wings, perhaps. I'd erase it under the bridge. Day by day, so we go back to this part, the moon came towards me. By such things, the moon came towards me. So now I sleep in ditches and hide away from nosy kids. Good Lord. The wings rot and feather under me. So again, the wings are not in a good situation here. The wings rot and curl right under me. A small alteration of the past can turn time into space. The repetition of that line, which again is obviously very important. And it is an important line for the whole, for life, really, talking about one small alteration of whatever of your past, whatever the hell, can change your future. Obviously, things could have been way different if you did something different in your past, within your life. Anyway, small touches can alter more than a mere decade. And then wings, it says 17 times he said wings. And again, the way he would say wings, it was just kind of like wings. Wings. It's just unpredictable where he would say the word. But yeah, overall, the song is just obviously mysterious. It's defiant, just from Marky Smith's vocals. And again, I just can't get over his look, his style, his faces he would make in the song too, and just how simple the video is. And you have this person beside him laughing, and he's getting a little bit pissed at her. And again, I do say her. I believe it was a woman in the video. But anyway, just really enjoyed the whole mystique of this track, and just the crazy story that it had, and it held, whatever. And it just seems like something that only the fall could do. That's what I'm learning, just with my second reaction here. But through comments and such of what people have left me through since I've last reacted to this band. So anyway, I guess that's all I gotta say. So thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. Finally came back to the fall today. It's been so long, but I had to do this one. This has been requested, and again, it's been in my save to watch later playlist for like a year or over now. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, thanks again for everything. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. I don't think I said that already, but thank you very much. And I'll talk to you guys again soon.